All right, we're up against Pano. This guy's really good, I think. I think we lose to him quite often, so this is not likely going to be a good result for us, but we are obviously going to play anyone that is willing to play us. So we'll see how this goes. This doesn't look too bad. This is garbage. Though marksman is not too bad. Cost control is decent. Oof. We just go this one. I'm not sure the missile spec actually looked pretty good, decent. Just needed a little more time to think. All right, we're gonna have to place these in a way that the tanks don't get splashed. I think these have to be pretty much all the way forward. Something like this, maybe like one square back even. But maybe it's better to just kind of do it like this. Do we float the 100 or is this the only thing? I think we need the armor more than the attack here because of the storm crawlers. Still gonna be pretty close. The tanks look like they're gonna get splashed here. This is with all the Stormcrawlers pretty much all the way forward, right behind the arc lights. So maybe next time we'd have to figure out a way to put them even more forward. All right, we get this. This is great for the opponent. It's not great for us because of the Stormcrawlers. Wraith could be good as well, especially since there's so many fangs. It's interesting. We can afford to go this, but what else do we go? Kind of don't want to. Kind of need something for this. I wouldn't go 2 Wraiths though. That's a bit risky. He's gonna go Marksman, right? Let's just go with our Phantom Rays. Probably the safest thing to do. The Wraith is probably a bit more risky. So he gets the Marksman. That makes a lot of sense. It's gonna counter the Phantom Rays pretty well. Late Fang is gonna be super annoying because they'll get right in front of the Marksman. So we clear out one of the Marksmen. Looks like we have enough units to clear out the second one. Just barely. Got Typhoon coming up as well on the next round, so just not looking good for us, I think. I don't think the mobile beacon's anything for us. Probably just skip here. Maybe go Cloak now? I mean, kind of need chaff clear, don't we? Right? Or do we just go for it? I mean, shield would actually even be better than the cloak. Do we go shield first? On 3 phantom rays though? That's a bit of a risk, I think. We could just go mass phantom rays. Maybe get shield, get cloak now. What is cloak really going to do anything for us? We can borrow and get shield. That's actually, I think, the play here. Go for missile, so we're all in. Probably not needed. Let's see how that goes. I don't think we've tried this play before. Usually we always go for the cloak first, then we get the borrow and get the shield, but this is like a shield rush. Round 3 shield on the phantom ray, but I think it's going to be really effective here. It's making the rays like unkillable, at least in round 3. If someone just like watched this round randomly that didn't know much that was going on, they'd be like, this phantom ray is just crazy. Like, it can't kill nothing can kill it. It just kills everything. Mass produced wasp is interesting, but we're going into the typhoon now, so I think that's gonna work. I think we just go for this. Some more chaff is always good. Unfortunately, the Vulcans is kind of causing some issues here. Maybe we put it on the, like, on this side. I don't know if we need chaff clear, right? Because it's like, is arc lights really going to do anything? Can we just go more phantom rays, right? The tanks, are they doing anything? They're just providing... I don't think the tanks are doing anything either. Let's we just sell that maybe? Do we put a fire down so he lights his own fire? So he lights this half of his board maybe? That would be quite the play, but is that the long term? Is that what we want long term? Or we just borrow and get cloak now? Alright, so this is very, very risky, but kind of feel like it could potentially work here. This is also pretty risky, but maybe clearing off the chaff is going to do a lot for us. This is interesting. This is a very interesting move here. Does seem to have more crawlers now. This move was effective, but it didn't quite get the tower. Didn't kill too many phantom rays. Double shot and aerial spec. Okay, that's pretty strong. I think we just skip here. I mean, what else can we do here? Just more phantom rays, or you have to go range now on the arc lights just because of the seeing so much more chaff. We could sell this. Yeah, probably 1, 2, 3. Something in the middle. Towers are a little exposed now. I think that's the one downside of this. I think we can go more missiles here, I think. We actually didn't borrow this round. Did we just borrow and get a level on the shields here? Just in case? So we got Chaff City coming. Thank God we have our line of the arc lights. These missile interceptors are going to be annoying, I think. Very annoying for us. We almost need some fangs to act as late chaff because the arc lights kind of going to start getting targeted, but it's not quite an issue right now. Once the Phantom Rays get on top of the Vulcan, the missile interceptors can't do anything because there's no range. Hopefully we can kill a missile interceptor. Let's not just kill everything else. Okay, we got one. Um, 600. I guess we go for this. I mean, that's not good. We have to sell it, I think. We'll borrow now. We'll get range. And what else do we need now? Maybe ranged Mustangs? Or is that stupid? Into Vulcans? Yeah, that might be stupid, I think. Maybe burst mode on the Phantom Rays instead. Just because we see the missile interceptor come out. Let's go for a fuel trick here. So I guess we do something like this. Okay. And I mean, I guess this could almost be a little bit more greedy, but we kind of need this for that. What else do we need? Can't afford anything else, I think, right? What do we do with our 250? Fuck. Alright, at least the fire ignites. The burst is also pretty good since we are going into Vulcan. So it's almost like the burst was good anyways, and those are the best times to get burst. But he did kind of show his hand by showing the missile interceptor. That means he's trying to intercept the missiles, and he's probably gonna try more things to do that. Rhino Assault, can we get something down here? I don't think it's gonna... Is it gonna kill the Farseer? The Farseer is not gonna die to that, right? Yeah, it's not gonna go in there. Probably don't need this. It's just gonna be chaff that's gonna get one shot. Alright, let's skip this. Maybe we just beacon this somewhere? Is that gonna do... I mean... It's not gonna be bad, is it? The beacon? We almost need fire now. Right? I mean, do we get... We don't have the fuel. We don't have enough money to go full war crimes. I think we just keep going more Phantom Rays. So we could go shield here, I think. I mean, additional health just in case. Probably just beacon this guy. Okay, we see the double-teched wasps now. That's kind of what we were expecting. I mean, it's a very good response. It's either that or the Raidens. I'm not quite sure if it's too little too late here, but it's really a scary response. And it looks like it is going to be what he needed. That one unit with those techs is all he needed to clear out the phantom rays. So we have the start of a comeback here. I guess we have to go forts now. Heavy armor is going to be good for us. What we could also do is we could go Phantom Wasp Mirror. Then we don't have to deal with the Vulcans. And it's also good chaff for the marksman. Huh. He's going to have so many though. This is just, it's an interesting situation. I guess Fort A is just better, right? This could delay the wasps slightly. Does that help us? Maybe. I don't know if that helps us actually. Definitely go for range. And I don't know, do we sell out of something? The beacon, I don't know if we beacon. Do we beacon so the fort doesn't walk straight in? I feel like the fort needs to be a little bit behind here. Not sure though. So this delays the Vulcans, but it makes the forts walk forward a little bit, which might make them vulnerable to the marksmen. However, it looks like the rays are already starting to do work before they're getting targeted by the wasps. So I think it's a good idea. Plus the marksmen with their anti-air specialization, it kind of makes them ignore the forts. So I think that's good for us. And it looks like we potentially might have won this. Just need a couple more barrages from that Fort AA. I think that's... Is that... Wait. Oh my goodness. Still have to keep playing. This is not good. Oof. What do we do now? Sledges is chaff? Phoenix? He's gonna have a melting point, you would imagine. We can't do the old... Can't do the war factory here, can we? That would be suicide, wouldn't it be? I mean, he's definitely gonna go melting points now, you would imagine, or at least steel balls. Let's go for this. Probably start selling out of one of these. I wonder if this could be good chaff actually, for the sides here. All right, probably a couple more forts, I think. Let's get a tech on the forts. Maybe range? No. Just get the shield. And I don't know. Do we get the speed or oops. I was gonna put another like crawler here or something. So there's no actually there's no melting point. If we don't win this, I guess we go War Factory next round. It's interesting. I wonder if it's doing anything. I mean, he had to get 2 techs on it. So it's a victory already. Because if he just got more elite recruit wasps, that would be worse. Instead, he gets kind of 2 useless techs. Just for the you know, I guess he's trying to dodge the anti-air barrage, but I don't know if that's a good idea. I think maybe melters or something, but that's not going to work either because of these phantom rays. Could have gotten shield. Yeah. I think he was trying something, but it just seems like not sure if that's the right thing to do here. This was mildly effective, I think. Probably would have been a good idea to have the second one here too. Could, you know, I wanted to put the crawlers in front. Then like this kind of area would have been occupied quite a bit. But yeah, fortunately that worked out for us. You know, it was kind of scary. But I think the moral of this story is don't be afraid to start borrowing when you're doing the Phantom Rays spam because it's very tempo based, I guess, and it's like you gotta have the you want to snowball the opponent. You don't want to start losing rounds and have him start snowballing us because if the marksman at level 3 at round 9 is garbage. You get a round 3 marksman for free if you're a marksman spec. I know he's not marksman spec, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I think that's the problem. If he got more marksmen, if they got higher levels, and he just kept building more and more of them, and I think you know put him behind the shields. The strategy is you know it definitely doesn't work. I'm very worried about the marksman. Plus, if he had the shooting squad with the Fang Chaff in front, it makes the marksman really hard to get to as the Phantom Race player. But because we identified that okay, the only problem we have are the marksmen. We're not worried about the Fang. We're not worried about the Typhoon drop. Then the number 1 tech against marksman only is Energy Shield. And at that point, we're talking round 3. The heaviest unit he had was an Arclight, and the Arclight is not that big of a deal for the Phantom Ray to deal with. It's gonna almost 1 or 2 shot the Arclight. Everything else it 1 shots, including the marksman. So going cloak isn't gonna really help your survivability. You're gonna be exposed the whole time you engage with the chaff, the Arclights, and in this whole area. Going in and out of cloak doesn't help you. Doesn't help you dodge shots. So the main reason you get the stealth cloak is if you have units where you need the 40% damage, and it also helps like with a little bit of evasion, like as you're advancing, they don't take a shot or 2. But we had the chaff already that was kind of going in front of it, so it wouldn't really have dodged any shots from just kind of entering into the war zone. The energy shield, on the other hand, it more than doubles the amount of shots it takes to kill a Phantom Ray. The first round or second round where we had the shield, I mean, it just went in there, it killed everything, and the marksmen were just shooting nonstop at the Phantom Rays, but like maybe 1 Phantom Ray died. Like you know, as I said before, if you were looking at this game like you didn't know anything about it and you just saw the Phantom Rays go in, and you know, you'd be like, why would you use any other unit? Like this unit is so OP. And I think, yeah, it's true. On round three, if you like borrow, you have five sets of Phantom Rays and you click shield, and it's kind of like a board where it kind of makes sense. Like it's not too much shaft, not, not too many, it's not too many, I guess, marksmen, no wasp or anything. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Now, when he came out, the wasps, it was super scary. We had to transition either to the fortress or Mustang AA. But the problem with the Mustang AA is you're potentially running into the Vulcan. He's got the oil. He's got incendiary bomb. It's going to be an issue between the. It's going to be a battle between that and the wasps. And I feel like the Mustangs could potentially be too easily countered. The Fort AA is a bit more expensive. It's a bit less accurate. It doesn't kill the wasps instantaneously as quickly, but it seems like it's at least a little bit more reliable in terms of like not dying to the Vulcan. They also seem to have alternative uses, like they can kind of walk forward a little bit, maybe clear a little chaff, maybe go for the arc light. In this case, he didn't have that much on the ground. For some reason, he didn't really have that much. He had only had the Vulcans, but the Vulcans were just going to get one shot by the Phantom Burst anyway. So that's kind of why I'm not the biggest fan of the fort because we don't really need the fort on the ground. It's not tanking. It's not really attacking anything. But I was just thinking, okay, get the Vulcan. So it's either one or the other. I'm not sure if this was the right decision, but in this case, it looks like it worked, and it forced a reaction of going Wraith with the two techs. And for sure, that's not the right reaction. Not quite sure what your proper reaction should be. Because the Wasps will still, I think Wasp Shield is probably your first choice. It'll help you tank maybe one extra volley, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what you do as the Wasp player when you see the forts. Probably, I was thinking maybe Melter, maybe stuff like that. And in this case, it was interesting that the marksmen, um, like they never locked on to the forts, and they were just kind of shooting at the Phantom Rays, which I guess is good, but in this case, you almost don't even want the aerial spec because you want to take out the fortresses. At 56k, I mean, these guys can take out a fortress in like four volleys, I guess. So, like it would have been better for him to snipe out like two fortresses, maybe start working on a third one. And the wasps just do such a good job of instantly killing the Phantom Rays that you no longer need the marksman. Probably would have been wiser for him to not commit to the Farseer and just kind of go wasps, one round earlier or something. Anyways, I hope that was enjoyable, and thanks for listening to my analysis of the post game. And we'll see you in the next one.